Hey guys, what's going on? Gonna take a quick look here at XRP. Ticker for this is obviously XRP. And right now, as usual, I'm on the weekly time frame. Now, before we get into this, a couple things. First, if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release new content, make sure to hit subscribe. But then you also have to hit the bell and then click on all if you actually want to get the notification. Okay, also, in the video I did yesterday, I mentioned a new exchange called BloFin, and I mentioned that BingX, which is one of the exchanges that I'm currently using, as of next week, they're going to start requiring KYC. So if you're someone that's looking for an exchange that does not require KYC, at least at the moment anyway, then one option you have is called BloFin. Okay, so I'm going to put a link to it in both the pinned comment and the description. And right now, if you sign up using that link and make a deposit to your futures account, you can get a bonus of up to $300. Okay, and you don't have to deposit that much to get the $300. As you can see on the graph, a $2,000 deposit to your futures account will get you $300, and a net deposit of $500 will get you $75, a $75 bonus to your futures account. Now that's net, so it's not like you can just put it on, pull it off, and then get the bonus. It doesn't really work like that. You have to deposit it, and by the time this promotion is over, which is July 4th, that's when they're going to tally everything up. And then you should get your bonus just a few days after that. Now, if this offer looks good to you, you should probably jump on it because it's limited to the first 100 people only. Okay, and again, the link to that is in the pinned comment and the description. All right, so let's get back to this XRP chart. It's been a long time since I've looked at this, but when I pulled it up, I noticed that a lot of the levels that I had marked about half a year ago are still relevant today. Like I didn't have to do many changes at all. And if you want to trade XRP, these are the levels that I recommend that you replicate on your own charts. Okay, so first, as you can see, we're currently forming this symmetrical triangle pattern. Now I could have connected the top of this as well and it would look quite similar, as you can see. But yeah, this downsloping level of resistance is the first line I recommend that you draw in your chart because it's obviously still relevant right now. Making up the lower region of this symmetrical triangle, we have this ascending level of support. And you'll notice that I have two of them drawn on here, okay? So the first one is connected from the bodies. Okay, so right here, it initiates right at the low of these candle bodies here. And then from there, it's like a mixture of wicks and bodies, right? So it connects right to this wick right here. Another two consecutive weeks right here where the price wicked down to it. This one we wicked below, but the candle body closed above. So basically what I'm trying to say is so far we have not breached this particular ascending trend line with a candle body closing below it. Okay, so this right now is a level that is currently supporting the price. Look at this. As you can see right here, the last couple weeks we have traded below it as indicated by these wicks, but the candle body has closed above every single time. And right now the bulls are fighting to defend this level and the price is currently above it. Okay, now for the second line, this is just connected by the wicks. Okay, so I initiated right down here at the low of this candle that we put in on December 28th, 2020. So this is a long standing pattern as we are on the weekly chart. And then I just connect that to this wick right here and then this one right here. So we have three touches on this second trend line, which means it's a very valid trend line. So I drew them both and it's going to be relevant because if I'm going to take trades, like say for example, I took a long where we are right now, then I would make sure that I place my stop loss below this trend line. But in this case, for Ripple, I would actually place my stop loss if I were to enter right here below this horizontal level of support as well. And the reason for that is because if I look left, you'll see that we have a lot of history at this particular price. So right here, it was a resistance. When we broke above it, that former resistance flipped to support and we bounced off of it. After we had this impulsive move to the upside, which got smashed down by this downsloping level of resistance that I just told you to draw on your chart, we came all the way back down and we found support off this horizontal level once again, and that is around 42 cents, so 0.4219. Okay, so as you can see, resistance, resistance, support, support. And once again, look what happened right here. Look where the price impulsively bounced off. This level once again, as indicated by this long wick. Okay, so for almost 2 years now, whenever the price approached this level, either from below or from above, it either got bought up or it got sold off, okay? So this is a major level on the chart, and again, that's around 42 cents. Definitely draw that on your chart if you want to trade XRP. All right, now a similar horizontal level is going to be right here. This level I have at around 53 cents, so 0.5394. And it's basically the same story. Price comes up to it, people short, people take profits, and the price gets smashed back down. Again right here, smash down, again right here, smash down, break through it. And you'll see by this long wick, the bulls try to recover this level as a support, but the candle body in this case closed just below it. And then in the following few weeks, we saw some follow through to the downside. On the way back up, it was resistance, broke above it, came back here, it was support. Anyway, my point is, this is a very relevant level, even to this day. And there's one more horizontal level that you should draw on your chart, and it's going to be all the way up here at around 59 cents, so 0.5961. And if I look to the left, the way I got that was right here. It's the top of these candle bodies, and it's the low of these candle bodies right here. Until this day, the price is still responding to these levels. So right here was support for a brief period. It was support again up here, support again all throughout here. Okay, so we know that if the price comes up, this is going to be a level that people place some sell orders. Okay, so now let's look at where the price is currently trading. We are between this level of local resistance, which is around 54 cents, and this upsloping line of support. And as you can see, this is what's currently supporting the price. Now, this candle is going to close tomorrow evening at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if it closed in its current state with this candle body above the line, that's a good sign. If you see this candle closing with the candle body below here, then I would anticipate a further move to the downside to this lower support region. Okay, so theoretically, if I was to enter a trade right now, it would obviously have to be a long position, given that we're currently sitting on support. So out of curiosity, I want to map that out and see if we can get a good R&R trade off of where we currently are. I don't think we can though. I think it's going to be close to around 1-to-1, but let's see. If I were to enter right here and set my take profit right at this midline resistance at around 54, yeah, it's just shy of 54 cents, I would have to place my stop loss at the very least below this previous wick and below this secondary support line. And this trade would give me an R&R of just 1 to 1.12. So I would risk 8.97% to potentially get 10% to the upside. It's an option, but not that great for me. If I were to risk a bit more and place my stop loss below this long-standing horizontal support region, and then got a little bit more bullish with my my expectation for profit to the upside and drag that up to the next level of potential resistance, actually just shy of it. This trade setup would give me an R&R of 1 to 1.36, risking over 15% this time to potentially get almost 21% to the upside. Okay, so risking a lot more, but I have a slightly better R&R. Now, seeing as how we are currently sitting on the upsloping support of this long-term symmetrical triangle formation, let's say I buy right here on the low and I target it all the way up to the upper resistance trend line. Now this time I would get a more favorable R&R, risk reward ratio of 1 to 2.42, meaning I would have to risk that same 15% with a stop loss not only below these ascending levels of support, but below this horizontal support as well. So I do have some pretty solid established backstops here. So the chance of getting liquidated on this trade shouldn't be too high. And then to the upside, targeting the downsloping level of resistance here, the top line of the symmetrical triangle, I would potentially get over 37% on that trade. Okay, so that's just how I would play it right now if I had to place a trade on this, because we are sitting on support. And of course, I'm not telling you guys what to do. None of this is financial advice. Okay, so zooming out here, we have this multi-year symmetrical triangle formation, and at some point it's going to have to break out. Now, as you can see, these lines, this resistance line and the support line, are converging, right? So right now, XRP, as you probably noticed, seems like a stable coin at 50 cents. It's a 50-cent stable coin. The trading range for the last couple months has been extremely narrow right here. Okay, but eventually these lines are going to have to converge. They're getting tighter and tighter, and then the market's going to have to make a decision. One thing I can tell you though is if this breaks to the upside, which I think is the most likely scenario given where we are in the in this current market cycle, assuming it somewhat mimics the previous cycles, I would anticipate a break to the upside for this coin and pretty much most of the coins I've been covering. And then when that happens, I can see this one getting very bullish because it's XRP. It has a lot of eyes on it and it has a massive community. Okay, and one thing I usually mention when I do videos on XRP is the World Economic Forum. Not that I'm a fan of them, but on their website, they only list a few crypto projects as partners. And I haven't been on there in a while, but one of the companies that they had listed on their partner section is Ripple. Okay, so that kind of leads me to believe that they have some sort of plan for this project. All right, so I think that sums it up. If you want to trade XRP, these are the levels that I suggest you draw on your chart. And if you want to be one of the 100 people that's able to get that sign up bonus on BloFin, if you want to trade on an exchange that, to my knowledge, is not going to ask you to submit identification, at least not in the near future, then check out the links in the pinned comment and description, and that's what's going to activate the bonus for you. And remember, the bonus gets credited to your account, to your futures account, after July 4th. All right, so hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, click the like button. And if you want to get notified when I release new content, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.